Hey guys, welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. 48 pounds is what we're going to be talking about today. Why 48 pounds? Well, when I was doing my customizing my own racket video, a bunch of you commented and emailed me asking me, why do you string your racket at 48 pounds? Why is 48 pounds your default tension? Well, that's a good question. Well, basically, and you guys should all figure this out for yourselves too, is that because I string so many rackets and I test out so many rackets, I needed a tension that I can pretty much get comfortable with immediately. Like, I need it to play well from like the start. If not, then maybe within an hour. So that's how I test out strings. That's how I test out rackets. It's a feel thing for me. I know, like, when people walk into the store and they're not quite sure what tension they should string their rackets at, my main question to them is, so do you like, or did you like, your racket when you first got it from us, which is fresh right off the machine, maybe a day old at the latest? Did you like it 4 to 6 to 10 hours later after use? Or do you like it a month later or right before it breaks? Because some people actually tell me it felt great right before it broke. What does that tell me? Well, that tells me that you liked it when it was loose. You liked it when it was springy. You liked it when it pretty much absorbed the ball at the most, which is at the end of the life of the string. So that tells me that if you strung it at 55 previously, that you should string it at between 45 and 48 because you want it looser. So you can pretty much get into your sweet spot of the string tension immediately. So I kind of went down that road too. I used to string my rackets at 55, and then I would be like, man, I'm hating life here for the first 6 hours of play. It's just tight. When my energy level was up, I liked it, but when my energy level was down, I hated it. So what I figured out was, because I have to test so many strings and so many rackets, I don't have time for it to go into the sweet spot. So I figured out that 48 is a great consistent tension that I'm familiar with. I know how 48 should play. I know what to expect, so that I can tell within an hour or two if I like the string, if I like how the string reacts, how much tension it's losing in the first couple hours. If it holds tension for the first couple hours, I would know, because that is the tension that I'm used to. For example, I just got this racket in, the Yonex E-Zone 98 Tour. I know it's backwards right there, sorry guys. In a demo, and I'm putting Confidential in here, Solinco Confidential 16L at 48 pounds, so that I can test it to see how I like the racket, and if it suits me, what I like about it. It also, like, for example, here, I'm putting my string in, right, so that I can see what the racket can do. Like, will it launch on me at 48? Was it too tight at 48? So that I can make recommendations to you guys to see what strings would be suitable for this racket, if it plays well at 48, what the true characteristics are with this racket, so that I actually have, the Solinco Confidential, which is my familiarity with this string. So my string, my tension, right? Two constants, right? Two constants. The racket's the only difference. So at least I'll know, right, what to expect, because I have two things that I already am used to The racket's the only difference. So I'm looking at the racket as, is it something I would like? Is it something I would love? Or is it something I don't like or hate? But at least that's a consistent, the tension and the string. So that's what I tell you guys. Find the tension that you like, find a string that you like, and kind of stick there, especially if you're trying new rackets. At least that is going to be consistent. So guys, 48 is my tension, no matter what it is. So I would like to ask what your tension is. Like I always say, Jack Sock for one whole week told me 30 pounds, maybe adjusted it to 1 pound to 31 pounds for all 4 or 5 of his rackets, right? You would think that's really low, but that's what he likes. But the thing is, he likes it immediately though. He wants it right before he goes out. So 24 hours later, he's not gonna like it because it's lost a little tension and not what he's used to feeling. I've also strung Dustin Brown's rackets, and he goes full bed of Luxilon ALU at 70 pounds, 70. And he likes it that way because he always asks for 70 pounds. That's a lot of tension, right? I don't know if anybody else is gonna string it that tight. He's the only one I know that goes that tight. But, you know, that's his tension. You know, that 30 was Jack's tension. So I ask you guys, what do you guys like? Do you have a constant tension? What are your recommendations as to what you do in terms of, you know, when you test a racket or when you get a new racket? Do you use your strings that you're used to, or do you try something else too? So do you add new factors to, let's say, your new racket? I try to stay as consistent as possible because, you know, I need to test stuff all the time. So, but it may be different for you. So do you go low like a Jack Sock, or do you go high? What is your tension? Let me know. All right, so I'm 48. So thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.